Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Pone, and I'm a damaged soul. If you cannot tell by the fucking iron sights that I have on this little guy right now. Not iron sights, but sights. I'm sorry. It's 2 in the morning, and I've made about 8 videos already consecutively. I'm a little bit tired, and the last thing I want to do is look through this giant fleshlight on my screen right now. Can you see how much of the screen that whole thing takes up right now? Looks like I'm looking inside a little fucking Campbell soup can. Look at that. I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to enhance accuracy, make chicks fall in love with you. I don't know the purpose of this, but as you guys can tell, my shot is not on point. The only thing worse than this actual sight is the enemy team, because these guys must have had a couple nuts and bolts loose, because they were quite bad, and I'm not able to rush and play my playstyle, though this game does turn out pretty solid. I think I go 53-11 in a regular TDM, which is not bad. Anything over 50 kills in this game is, like, just great, but with such a crappy game and a crappy enemy team, I can't even brag about this one. Can't even seem like I'm cool. And it starts out great. I think I go like 50-4, and then I get a couple deaths right at the end because somebody with actual hands and fucking limbs and shit actually comes in here and starts whooping on me, and I can't really do anything. So this gameplay is great, and then this shit goes downhill quicker than Macy Gray's career. So I mean, like, woo, yeah, that's quick, right? You know what I'm talking about? So, so this gun is great. One of the best guns in the game. The M16 is just raw as shit, raw talent, raw just dangerousness. It's like a dragon in your hands. You know what I'm talking about? Not like the freaky little lame dragon in, like, what's that, Mulan or whatever. But you know, the cool dragons, the ones that don't have Eddie Murphy talking for them. But you know, either way, I really do love. I think that was Eddie Murphy. I don't know. It's been a long time since I went through my gay phase, but I really have to admit that this gun is one of the best guns in the game, and if you really want to challenge yourself, like if somebody shot me with the M16 red dot sight, people are like, oh man up, use a real gun, M16 so OP, bruh. But if they're putting the Acog on it, dude, I'm gonna D-pants them right there and do them a solid. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, I was going to shake their hand. What the fuck are you thinking about? But anyways, yeah, it's late at night. It's 2 in the morning. I've done 7 consecutive commentaries, guys. It's like an hour and a half of talking about random stuff. So that's what you're getting right now. I really don't have anything left in the tank. I got to get all these week's commentaries done in one night. You know what kind of rendering it is? I've been doing this since about 8 or 9 o'clock. It's now 2 a.m., and I'm only halfway done. I gotta wake up in the morning, I gotta call Columbia Gas, get the electric turned on, the gas turned on, call up Insight, see if they can hook me up with some packages, and by packages I mean like HBO and cable and shit. I don't know where your guys' minds are. It is 2 in the morning, so, I'll go there with you. So, with that being said, I want to talk to you guys about, like, the guns. Now, not necessarily the guns, but how they change through the games. Now, take, for example, like, the M16 is one of the most dominant guns in, like, the history of first-person shooters, right? It's been like the classic American used weapon type thing, you see, it's like the go-to either starter weapon or most commonly used weapon, and well, it used to be like in or just different variations very similar to this gun, and it really came down to how popular this gun was in video games. Any game you could think of, post, was it 5 years ago or so, almost always had a guaranteed solid weapon. The AK-47 was about as common as well, and that's always been like the terrorist or the opposing team force's weapons. You know what I mean? So the M16's been very, very strong, and I've seen how it's decreased, and I don't know, and I've been curious about this. I've been like freaking out about it. I'm like, why? You can't tell me why are you gonna make this gun worse? Now look at the decline from it in Call of Duty, for example. CoD4, probably the best gun in the game. Probably, I prefer the AK. But this gun is definitely up there with it. With the right connection, the right accuracy, it's a one-shot kill every time if you do it just right. Now, this gun is dominant. It really takes a lot of skill. I think it's stronger than the modern-day Modern Warfare 3 Type 95. I think it's, well, I can't say it's stronger, but I think it's on par with it. Or the Type 95 should be on par with it, except for the Type 95 is like a one-shot fucking anywhere. So this isn't even as strong as the Type 95. So what I'm trying to compare is, the M16 used to be the dominant go-to gun. It was definitely a contender, one of the best guns in the game, especially back around when these younger games were out, like CoD4, so on and so forth. And so with this gun, it was one of the contenders. It was like, really, really popular, really, really strong, burst weapon. And if I recall correctly, it's actually supposed to be a full auto weapon. I think just like the burst thing was just introduced as a popular gaming thing. Not saying that it can't be a burst weapon, but if I remember correctly, some subscriber told me that one time, that it can go single and auto, but the original M16 was an automatic gun, not a burst weapon, and you find it to be a burst weapon in a lot of things. So it's a cool little fact. Don't know if it's true or not. Maybe you guys can confirm it. I was just told that, so don't shoot me. I'm the messenger, guys. And so what I was seeing is, it was so strong in this game, and then you move it on to the next game. You got what? Was it Modern Warfare 2? It's not as good as the FAMAS in my opinion. It's not. It's solid if you use it right. You know, holographic, you know, red dot, great thing. I didn't like with the iron sight and with silencer, was just a sin to use. So, in reality, the gun got a little worse. Not much, but it got a little worse. And then it, you know, progressed. You know, take Black Ops for example. You know, what was that? I mean, it was almost always a 2-burst shot with that gun, and with the fire rate, it was still not as good as the G11. No way is it as good as the G11 in that game. I mean, there'll be people that choose it as a favorite because they've experienced it, but the majority of the people will agree that the FAMAS was better than the M16 in Modern Warfare 2. Most will agree that the G11 was better than it in Black Ops. So I don't know if it's because the guns, the modern-day guns, or the guns that they're bringing in are actually better than the M16. But if that's the case, why make the M16, you know, weaker than it used to be? Why make it 2 bursts now out of most shots instead of the original first? Why can't you make those guns on par? Because if in CoD4 it was willing to be a 1-2 shot max, why make it weaker in the new ones and make the new weapon stronger? I mean, it's like upgrading. I mean, seriously, I'm in a marriage. I'm in a committed relationship right now. I'm okay with having just one thing that does the same thing for 10 fucking years. I'm okay with it. I didn't think this gun deserved a nerf, and it did get nerfed. So it's not like, you know, the other guns are so much better now, this one looks inferior. It's actually that the M16's been getting progressively worse in the Call of Duty titles, and I'm upset about that because this is one of the guns, one of the trademarks that we've had in first-person shooters for the longest. And just because there's newer, cooler, flashier fucking models that fold out, make you pizzas, speak 4 fucking languages, you know, all that cool shit? Just because they've made upgrades and made these cool, crazy, lightweight guns that can, you know, do all that stuff, sing lullabies and float, whatever. You know, there's all these new things and upgrades, so most people are trying to make these guns stronger and make the old shit just extinct. I mean, if you're not going to keep the gun as strong as it was, just take it out the fucking game and bring the new blood in. That's just my thought on it. If you're going to ruin a gun such as the M16 when it has such a image to it, such a strong, you know, story behind it with all the games, why make it shit now? And in Modern Warfare 3 and, you know, all the other games that are coming out, it's just going to get worse and worse. Why not get it back to the roots? Why not get it back to how amazing it was? I'd love to just go back to the original M16. That's fucking OG. It's just amazing. So, that's just been my thought on, do you think they've ruined it? Now, that's one thing. That's one more difference as well, is the AK really hasn't changed too much. It's almost always as solid in every game you play it in. Maybe a little bit different, but the AK is always strong. What the fuck's up with that? I don't know, guys. That's just been my words on it. So hope you guys have actually enjoyed this. It's been about wrapped up. I think I went 53-11. Like I said, it was pretty good early on. Come back, we managed to clutch it out, get the W. So hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. Rate it up. Get it.